You know what, Doug? We're tired too. Today was kind of the exclamation point of why it's time for a change. Like, have you ever heard the phrase, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all? Luckily, my mom never told me that as a kid, so I have plenty of non-nice things to say today. Look, the Jaguars flat out looked like, an SEC team playing a cupcake game against the FCS, like when Florida played Samford this year. That's what this game looked like. Oh, wait, Samford actually found the end zone. They scored a touchdown in their 45-7 loss. The Jaguars couldn't even do that today. This kind of looked like the Lions were playing just the game of Madden on rookie mode. Like, it was just that easy. This looked like, in high school when the varsity team plays the JV team, it just wasn't fair, like, at all. This looked like the team had just gone ahead and thrown in the towel. This looked like Doug Peterson and Trent Baalke could have just found their own ride back home, not gotten on the plane, because there's nothing left to do for them except to clean out their offices. Nothing's been done officially yet, but at this point, it's only a matter of time. Trent Baalke even told us himself back in 2022.
I'm pretty confident this will be the last time that I'll be making the first pick.
I'm just saying, we kept the receipt, so there's the door, buddy. With Doug and Trent on the way out of it very, very soon. Let's get a little serious. It's time to start talking about what's next. Let's lean into this one. One of the guys that a lot of Jags fans have on their letters to Santa, Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, today was an exact example of why people are excited about him. But Johnson is going to have his pick of the litter. He's the most popular kid in school. Everybody wants to take him to the dance, while the Jaguars are just kind of peeking through the window of the door, hoping that Johnson just sees something in them and picks them. Look, Johnson turned down offers from the Commanders and the Panthers already. He played up, get him the hand, and he's waiting on the right job. Now, the right chance and perfect situation is that Jacksonville. If people are hoping he points at him, says it, but honestly, history says it isn't. Tom Coughlin, most successful coach in Jaguars franchise history. In the pride, franchise fired him twice. History says Johnson should probably look elsewhere. But history also says the Lions offense isn't supposed to look like it has the last few years. Maybe Ben Johnson never liked history and believes that history is always in the making, and it's time to go make some history, because that would be my sales pitch for Coach Johnson. This is just a blank canvas, a blank slate for him and the next GM to build and shape Jaguars history. It's an opportunity. Now, if Johnson was to say no, you can also still look in Detroit, because Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn, he wouldn't be a bad consolation prize, because if you didn't notice, the Jaguars offense couldn't figure out his defense today. I've been a fan of Glenn since he played in the NFL, and he's done nothing but put good things out there on the field as a coach. Now, there are a handful of other coaches that should be on the list. There's plenty of fish in the sea, of course, and we'll get more into that once the search officially begins. But there's one name that needs to be far away from the list, and that is Bill Belichick. Say it with me, everybody. No, it won't work. Bill is doing a great job on TV, and honestly, the old ball coach should just go ahead and stay there. Stay away from the team. Shad, just say no. It's that simple. We'll talk more about what's next for the Jaguars, and if Doug Peterson's still leading it on the next episode of Teal the Show. We're going to have Frank Frangie in the building. That's coming your way tomorrow night at 11:20 as we try and make sense of the things that don't make sense around this team. Come hang out with us tomorrow night at 11:20 as we try and wrap up everything that is going on.